pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 23 yards the pickup there.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Watch the whip. Showing up. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hurry. Get him, you got it.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Nice, read up. Real. Right there.
Mayfield on first down. And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jordan Willis. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. After the sack on first down, Mayfield completes it to Miller. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, He's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
On first down, Downs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tackles. Time, Randall. Check 31. Check 31. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Topper, topper.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Gurley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
180. 54.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
First down, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. It's hauled in by Shepard.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And again, it's Mayfield. This is Shepard on the catch. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On 1st and 10, Mayfield going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, Delta. Point it right.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Hey, we're 33.
54.
Hey, wahoo!
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Sterling Shepard there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be out right at the 35.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Red, go.
You got to get the ball, Z. Get the ball right here. Let's
Go, go.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Here's Trubisky. Gets us out to Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mecole Hardman, 52 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Indy. 72 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use them.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Now Trubisky on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on second down. Trubisky. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's got his target. That's more. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another first and 10 here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
54 Mike. Switch up, switch up.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down.
Good. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get in that hole.
Gurley again here on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Good. 180. Hurry.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, watch that.
Regular. Watch that.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Anzalone came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
On the return is Pettis. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's got the hook up to Moore. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Trubisky will throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch 54. I got it.
Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up and their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Ran, go.
On first down, Trubisky. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Lock in, lock in.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Nicole Hardman, the intended target.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Come on, fellas.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again they run with Gurley. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now Mayfield. Open man there is Malone. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run, it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Run.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
I'm coming after you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got